Right, let's talk about the single most important recipe on the entire planet. Seriously, it's this kind of cosmic meal that powers pretty much all life. And today, we're gonna break it all down, step by step.
I mean, think about it. It seems like a simple question, right? When we get hungry, we just head to the fridge. But what about that tree in your backyard or the little houseplant on your windowsill? It's not like they can just order a pizza. So, how in the world do they eat?
Well, it turns out they cook. Plants are basically the universe's master chefs, and their secret ingredient? It's literally starlight. They have this absolutely perfect recipe for turning sunlight, water, and air into pure energy. And that amazing process? Well, that's photosynthesis. That's what we're diving into.
Okay, so just like any great recipe, you gotta start with a shopping list. Photosynthesis is exactly the same. It needs three really fundamental ingredients that plants just pull from the world around them. Ingredient number one, sunlight. You can think of this as the heat for our cosmic oven. Plants are amazing at capturing this light energy, and they do it with a special green pigment in their leaves called chlorophyll. In fact, that's exactly why most plants are green. It's the color of their little solar panels hard at work.
Next up, you need some liquid, right? Well, plants drink water from the soil using this incredible network of roots. That water then travels all the way up from the ground, through the stem, and right into the leaves, which is where the real cooking is about to happen.
And for our last ingredient, we've got carbon dioxide. And get this, it's the exact same gas that we breathe out. Plants breathe it in from the air through these tiny little holes in their leaves. And just like that, our shopping list is complete.
So let's just quickly run through that shopping list again. We've got sunlight for the energy, water pulled up from the ground, and carbon dioxide snatched right out of the air. It's simple, it's elegant, and it's absolutely essential for life. Okay, we've got all our ingredients, so now let's go inside the plant and see where this incredible meal actually gets made. Welcome to the Green Kitchen.
You know, the cooking doesn't just happen anywhere. It happens in a very specific spot. Deep inside the plant cells, there are these tiny little structures called chloroplasts. Seriously, just picture them as these microscopic green kitchens, and every single one is a fully equipped station ready to cook up this solar-powered recipe. And the method? Oh, it's just so efficient, it's beautiful. So first, that sunlight energy we talked about, it arrives at the chloroplasts. This energy is so powerful, it basically acts like a tiny knife, splitting the water and carbon dioxide molecules apart. Then, the plant skillfully puts all those little atomic pieces back together, but in a totally new way. It is just chemistry at its absolute best. So, we followed the recipe, we've seen the method, so what's actually on the menu? What's the final dish? Well, this whole process creates two main things, and believe me, the results are nothing short of planet-changing.
Okay, so what do we get? First, we get glucose. It's a type of sugar, and this is the plant's actual food. It's the energy-packed meal that it uses to grow and just live. But then there's the byproduct, kind of like the leftovers from the recipe. And that leftover is pure oxygen, which the plant just releases back into the air. And that right there is the key. That's the whole shebang. Because that waste product from the plant's dinner, that is the very air that we breathe. It's what gives life to us and almost every other creature on this planet. Literally, every single breath you take is a gift straight from this tiny green kitchen.
All right, so we've heard the story version of the recipe. Now let's see how a chemist would write it all down, the secret formula, in its most pure, elegant form.
After all this talk about cosmic kitchens and shopping lists, this entire, absolutely epic process can be boiled down to just one clean, beautiful chemical equation.
And here it is. It's actually pretty simple when you look at it. On the left side, you've got the ingredients: 6 molecules of carbon dioxide, 6 molecules of water, all kicked into gear by light energy. That arrow in the middle, that's the cooking part, the transformation. And on the right, you get our final products: 1 molecule of glucose, that's the plant's food, and 6 molecules of that life-giving oxygen. It's like the planet's budget, and it's balanced perfectly. And that really brings us to one last big thought. We've been saying that plants are the world's greatest chefs, right? Cooking for the entire planet. But if that's true, then what does that make the sun? Is it the ultimate power source? The fire that lights every single one of these cosmic stoves? It's a pretty cool thing to think about.